Hello, I am Srinivas. I am from Tene Agriculture Solutions Private Limited, and I am the private player in this consortium that is handling the GIZ funded project. As a private player, we have the role of developing the software or providing the software systems to the different stakeholders, and we also have the responsibility of training the stakeholders in using the system. In this project, we have Welthungar Hilfi as our international partner, a consortium member, Tene Agriculture Solutions, which is the private player, and we have Mother, the NGO partner, who also tied up with this organization called Order. So Mother and Order were both non-governmental organizations who were involved on the field implementation of this particular project. Tene, we as private partners, we trained Mother and Order faculty to be trained as master trainers. Mother and Order, the master trainers, then conducted various trainings. In turn, they tied up with about 15 plus organizations in different parts of this particular state, and from each of these organizations were further trained as master trainers, who then conducted scaled up trainings by sourcing out rural youths. And these scaled up trainings were also backstopped by the faculty of Mother and Order. This project focused on advisories for agroecology. Well, agroecology is crucial, but our focus was on delivering the advisories to the farmers in an effective manner. To start with, we focused on the rural youth providing services to farmers as crop health specialists. That how these rural youths, men and women, can meet the farmers, can diagnose the problems and estimate the seriousness of the problems, and be able to give the effective or agroecology based management plans. So we had developed training modules for this. Then we trained these rural youths, and during the implementation phase we have trained more than 500 rural youths through the other consortium members. Training a rural youth, a man or a woman, to diagnose a problem related to maybe insects, mites, diseases, or even nutritional deficiencies is not a very easy job. How can a rural youth be confident in going to any crop? A farmer might come up with tens of crops. Okay, this was a very difficult job, and we designed a module so that in 4 days of training, this rural youth is in a position to examine any of the crop plants, okay, and be able to describe the symptoms and what are the possible causes. You could ascribe this to 6 groups, telling whether it's fungus, bacteria, insects, mites, virus, nutrition, or nematode issues. So be able to guess, okay, what this problem could be. Then the rural youth uses the app. Unless and until the youth has confidence in seeing the plant, a youth will not have a confidence in using the application and be able to confidently communicate with the farmer. So there are 2 things. One, the capacity building of the rural youth, and second, the usage of the application. The management plans, the action plans to be given to the farmer is being decided by the organizations, okay, but delivering it to the farmer, convincing the farmer that this is the particular problem, and delivering the advisories or the management plan to the farmer was the role of the rural youths. Now, the idea is that there should be someone who provides crop health services right at the doorstep, right in each and every village. There must be somebody there. Only then will the farmer be able to call for services. The problems are detected at a very early level, and when problems are detected at early stages, the management plans are going to be simple, are going to be eco-friendly. Usage of chemical pesticides is going to come down. The cost for the farmer is going to reduce, and of course, because of this, the losses that the farmer would have otherwise incurred would also reduce. So this way, during the implementation phase itself, more than 500 rural youths, more than 50% of these rural youths are women, have been trained.
ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ವತಿಯಿಂದ, ಮದರ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ವತಿಯಿಂದ, ತೆನೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಮತ್ತು JZ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ವತಿಯಿಂದ 3 ದಿನಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಮೊದಲನೇ ದಿನ ಯಾವ ಸಸಿಗೆ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಸಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಥರ ರೋಗಗಳು ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಒಂದು 30 ಥರದ ರೋಗಗಳು ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ಸಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಗಗಳು ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಅವು ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಮೊದಲನೇ ದಿನ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ರು.
ಗಿಡ ಹಾಳಾಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ಏನರಿಂದ ಬಂತು ಅನ್ನೋದು ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಏನು ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನು ತಂದು ಔಷಧಿ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಯಥೇಚ್ಛವಾಗಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ವಿ, ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ವಿ. ಈ ತರಬೇತಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾದಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೇನು ಬಂತು, ಒಂದು ಗಿಡಗಳಿಗೆ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಫಲವತ್ತತೆಯಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತಾ, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾದಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತಾ, ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತಾ, ವೈರಸ್ಸಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತಾ, ಫಂಗಲ್ಸಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಟ್ರು.
ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಥರ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳು ಹೇಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದೇನೂ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನೋಡಿದ್ರೂ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ತುಂಬ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
During the second phase, it was a whole different ball game. We looked at how we can scale up the whole thing. That is, how different organizations, whether it is government, whether it is corporate, or whether it is the non-governmental organizations, how different organizations can be digitally empowered, so that each of these organizations will be able to develop the package of practices for the crops of their interest, for the locations of their interest, and be able to support their own set of farmers. So this we thought was a very a crucial gap in digitization of the agricultural sector. Most of these organizations are not capable of having their own digital ecosystems, because designing, developing, then maintaining, upgrading, collating or continuously updating the content, providing support services are all a very, very difficult task for each and every organization, especially if you have to make it sustainable for those organizations. So we said we will take the responsibility of developing a platform that can be utilized by different organizations to develop the POPs, that they should be able to support their farmers with respect to crop production. So this is one thing that we did for the organizations. The second part of it is that how are the farmers going to avail these package of practices from different organizations. Okay, so we all understand that there are a lot of applications today available on the Play Store and the App Stores, and lot of these applications are not used by the farmer. The biggest hurdle there is, how do you make the apps reach the particular farmer, and the farmer has to gain confidence on the app and in the way the farmer has to use the application. So these are some of the difficulties that exist. So we said, okay, let there be just one application to the farmer. So there is one app for the farmer, and there are different organizations who all zero in on that particular application for the farmer. So a farmer needs to learn it only once. A farmer needs to gain confidence only once, and a farmer has to, of course, install one app only once. Okay, this seemed to solve a lot of problems. But even that application, who is the person who is going to convince the farmer about it? And this is where we brought in the rural youths. Okay, we incentivize, there is a financial benefit for the rural youth in the model, that these rural youths can actually go and promote the application with the farmers. They can also promote a particular organization, one or different organizations, whomever they would like to promote, with the farmer. This is one way, and train the farmer also. We had already empowered these rural youths to provide crop health services also. They were able to even provide crop health services to the farmers. By providing advisories and these services, the problem is not resolved. The other important component is, whatever are the commercial inputs that are required should also be made available to the farmer, or else the advisories are not going to be effective. So we brought in the next role, the input sellers, the input dealers into the ecosystem. So the farmer should be able, whatever are the inputs that are recommended by the organizations can be sent to the input seller, and the input seller will be able to read the input request. Everything is digital here. Read the input request and provide the inputs that are required. We also brought in the role of a rural youth. A rural youth could support 50 farmers, 100 farmers, procure their input requests, whatever are the inputs required by different farmers, go to the market and procure the inputs and deliver it to the farmer. This also is expected to increase the livelihood opportunity. So this rural youth can also earn some more money because of this. So the rural youth could promote the application and earn some money, could mediate the transactions between the farmer and the input sellers and earn some money, be able to provide services like crop health services and earn some money. So, the role of a rural youth has become very crucial in this whole ecosystem. Then the farmer has this opportunity of raising queries, that is even midway a farmer has to ask some questions. So, we also brought in the agri expert ecosystem, telling that okay, these are all the experts who are there, and the experts can provide support to the farmer who is raising the queries. So, on this platform, which we call it as Rootstock, so on this platform we have multiple organizations, we have farmers, we have rural youth, we have the input sellers and the agri experts who could resolve the problem. This works on a sustainable model. There is a small, very small amount of money that the farmer would pay if the farmer would like to pay, or on behalf of the farmer, the rural youth or the input seller can also pay. Okay, so this is the money that gets into the system and drives the sustainability. A part of that money goes to the rural youth, a part of that money goes to the service providers, a part of that money goes to the organization also, who also needs it to be sustainable. So this is built on not just we're just not targeting the sustainability in terms of agroecology and advisories. It was also a financial sustainability for all the stakeholders in the ecosystem. This model is being implemented. There already are partners who are now signed up, especially the agriculture universities who are all signed up. They are all developing package of practices for different crops of their interest and depending on the season now. And this is going ahead. So, this is the plan. This is how it is going to continue. This project, whatever we have done so far, will also be continuing in the same model.